music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.
Welcome to Connecting Atlanta Radio, hosted on the #1 hit radio station, WorldStarHitRadio.com. We air live every single Tuesday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 o'clock. So you got to get in where you fit in, baby. All right, so I have two amazing guests in our show today, which actually one of our previous guests, Rumi, had scheduled them with us. And we have Messenger, who you hear in the background, and his producer, who you also hear in the background, Jay Hot. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Pleasure to be here.
Thanks so much for coming. And this is their latest CD that they just dropped. And we'll show it to people on Facebook Live as well. As you know, we now do Facebook Live. And quick question. Tell us a little bit about how you got started in the music and where it all came from. Why you do it?
Actually, for me, probably started when I was about 15 years old.
Okay.
I was kind of inspired by my cousin's group, and they were working on different projects and stuff like that. And then eventually, I started with them, working on different things, and eventually went solo, did my own project, and we were all with Messenger, Collage Time and Words. And I'm from Virginia, so I was kind of working by myself on my own project for a while, and then moved to Atlanta, met Jay Hot, and,
Okay.
A lot of other producers that he worked with, and eventually we got together and collabed on some different projects.
Awesome.
Well, how happened for me, I was inspired by my uncles, Mucho and Zachary Scott. Uncle Mucho was producing for everybody from Teddy Riley to SWV to Michael Jackson, and my Uncle Zach worked with Drew Hill and Gerald Levert, just to name a few. So that's where my inspiration came from. And I've been producing since I was about 10 years old.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you pretty much were born with a turntable stuff out.
Oh yeah, my uncles, they provided all of that. Keyboards. My first drum machine was an MPC 62. That was like the highest level drum machine you can get at that time.
At that time? That's
My
awesome.
friends, they had the Casios, and
Uh-huh.
I bypassed all that. So
Okay.
Shout out to my uncles.
Yeah. So you started out hot. That's why you started off Jay Hot.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So how did you come up? I was kind of being funny, but how did you come up with your name?
Well, let's just say my real name starts with a J.
Okay.
I don't really like it. He called me that sometimes, but
Okay.
I just used the initial, and I was a hot producer, so.
Okay, that's what's up. I kind of called it, I guess.
Yeah.
And then what about you? Messenger.
Messenger. That's what it is. Yeah, I actually chose Messenger because with my music, I kind of want to convey a message in everything that I did. So, yeah, it was pretty self-explanatory.
Okay,
to the
all right.
point. So
And you added some flavor to it.
I did. I
Okay.
mixed it up a little bit. Actually, it's funny because this other guy I had it spelled a different way
Uh-huh.
with 2 S's instead. But I saw this other guy had it spelled that way, so I was
switched
cool.
it
I was
up.
the only messenger.
Okay, that makes sense. So he produces the music, you perform the music. Now, do you also write your own music?
I write everything. So for the album, I wrote all the music on there except one chorus on there.
Okay.
And that's for Good Friends. So another guy that we work with, Todd Styles,
Uh-huh.
he actually wrote the chorus for that. But
Okay.
other than that, wrote the whole project.
And when you are writing your music and so forth, since you write pretty much all your own music except for one course, where do you get the inspiration from?
I think I just draw inspiration from everything around me. From the beauty of women, from situations going on with me or other people, my childhood, everything that I experienced through the whole music process, and put it
Makes
all
sense.
together in story format.
Music brings out the emotions inside of us, and it would make sense that it's drawn from an emotional, not like that it's emotional, but you know what I'm saying, from experience and stuff that attaches to our emotions here and there.
Correct.
Right.
So it's everything around us. Music is everywhere. It's just trying to put it in a format that you can convey it in to the masses.
So as you guys are like sitting in the studio, or you're sitting there writing your songs and so forth, and your music and everything, what out of all of that, like, what's your favorite part about the whole process? Even performing, maybe? Yeah.
I think for me, it's just I don't know, being able to see through the music and also create a vision behind it, and then just knowing the process of what it takes to put something together. And then with me and J Hot, it's normally easy to really come up with something. So we're at the point where he'll create something in 5 minutes, and then I'll just automatically hear something while I'm listening to the music.
Oh,
and
that's
then I'll
awesome.
just write everything on the spot.
So do you hear the beat as you're writing the music, or do you hear the beat as you're reading the music?
It go both ways.
Does it?
I do a track and he'll come up with someone. He just may give me a concept, and I've been working with him so long. Like, I may start a beat in the headphones, then I may scratch it, and I'm like, nah, no, he gonna go for this. What he want. So that's really important. Like, to have a producer to know how to make your visions, come to life, and that's what I do with him.
Okay. So that's what that's good. So you guys are kind of like synced up, and you guys really understand each other and what flows and what vibes and all that stuff. Now, do you guys just work together when it comes to like music that you're actually performing, or do you guys do other types of music and stuff like that together as well, or?
Whatever I'm working on, I always call him for a feature. So.
Okay.
And besides that, I mean, I do jingles as well. So we'll work together on different jingles for like Georgia Lottery.
Okay.
And then we also did some for this film recently. So pretty much everything across the board.
Okay. Is it like a major film that was being filmed here in Atlanta, or?
Pride and Prejudice.
Okay.
The Jesse Owen film.
Oh yeah. That's awesome.
So I mean,
That's
everything,
awesome.
Anything involving music.
Yeah, and you've been in the industry for so long. You have a lot of different contacts
Right.
and stuff like that. So that's what's
Correct.
up.
Yeah, and we work with other artists as well. So pretty much have a whole team of different writers, R&B artists, hip hop writers, even producers. So and then even sending out music for other people. We collab on that as well. So.
That's awesome. Do you usually have a feature on some of their stuff when you send it out?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this was one of my questions when I was, searching some of your music and stuff like that on the internet. For listeners who've never heard any of your music, can you explain like what your sound is like?
I think I would say it's soulful hip hop.
Okay.
So, like I said, I mean, everything I try to do, it has to be some type of meaning from it. So, normally my process is to try to attach an experience or something that may be going on. It may be a current event that I can relate to it at that moment. So, that's kind of how I piece everything together.
Okay. And then which artists are you currently listening to? Oops, that's me. That was me this time. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Shari. All right, sorry about that. I'm like, everybody put your phones on silent, but the one person, she doesn't. I know.
You can do that.
No, it still interrupts the show, though. We don't want to do that. This is about you guys today. So, which artists are you currently listening to, and is there any one of these that you'd like to collaborate with?
Absolutely. Some of the artists I listen to, it's funny because I listen to more R&B artists than I do hip hop artists.
Okay.
And that kind of gives me that soulful hip hop sound as well. I wish I could sing actually. I would do a CD, but then again, if you can engineer me the right way, I can still do.
Oh, for sure, yeah. With auto tunes or whatever it is, right?
Melodyne.
Exactly.
Oh, is that something else that can help people have a better melody?
Yeah, it puts you more on pitch without using the vocal or the sound.
Oh, okay.
More natural.
Give me that T-Pain feel, something. But no, I listen to music, Soul Child, D'Angelo.
Okay.
And as far as rappers, I listen to Mos Def, Nas, J. Cole.
Okay.
So some of those artists, mostly conscious artists.
Okay. And J Hot, what about you? I mean, is there anyone that you've ever wanted to collaborate with, or?
What I'm currently listening to right now is I like Ty Dolla $ign,
Okay.
Kendrick Lamar. Actually, I'll be working with him real soon.
I've heard of him, but
I
the
like-
other person I didn't know heard of.
I like a lot of pop music. I like Selena Gomez.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm rocking to right now. I'm a real producer, so I listen to everything. You know, if you ask any other producer, they'd probably just be all rap, probably Atlanta rap. You know,
Right.
I listen to everything. So.
But you like to be more diversified, more culture behind you, and stuff like that. And it really helps to expand you as a producer too, and not keep you in one specific niche, right?
Yeah.
And then also it adds an added benefit to your artists as well that you're working with, because you can help expand their, listen to as well. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and actually he's working with some artists from Australia too. So
Okay, that's what's up.
I've been working over in Australia for about going on 3 years.
Have you been over there?
Yeah, I
Okay.
was working over there, like going back and forth for a year straight every month.
Wow. How far is the plane ride? How long is that?
Just put it like this: you be in the air for a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, put it like that.
And you stayed over there for like a week or 2 weeks at a time?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because I can't imagine doing a whole day to stay over there for like 3 days and then coming back.
2 to 3 weeks.
That'd be too much, yeah. Okay, that's what's up. And so, how involved are you guys in any role of the like recording, producing, mastering? Obviously, as a producer, you do the producing and the mastering, right? Mix and mastering.
The mixing.
Okay, and the marketing process of your music.
pretty much everything from top to bottom we do it. Producing, A&R. I mean, one of the things we do, well, two of the things we do outsource is probably the art, some of the art. Actually, I did half the art myself, but we do the outsource most of the art. Then the mastering, we'll outsource that as well. But as far as everything else, the marketing, putting the project together, you know, the sound, coming up with the sound for it, we do all that in-house.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome.
So
That's exciting. So you could talk to her friend, our mutual friend, about some of your graphics if you ever needed to find someone else. So.
okay.
I got the
Next project. Next project.
So, how, like, why did you guys, I already asked you about your name. And then, when you guys first started working together, you guys are, like, truly in sync now. You know what each other wants. You understand him. You understand him. But your first recording experience that you guys did together, tell us about that.
Well, that was ages ago.
Do you remember that first song? Actually, you know what? It wasn't a first song we did together. It was more of a collaboration song. I forget the guy's name. Was it
Yaru.
Yaru.
Yeah. From the group Absolute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that was probably the first song that we did, and it was a collaboration on his project. So it was one of the singles that he was working on.
Okay. Is that how you guys met originally too, or?
No, we'd I think we'd already met.
Yeah, we had met. Yeah.
A year prior.
To the year.
But it took us a minute to, you know, get together, work on some
Yeah.
projects because he was doing his thing and I was doing mine.
Actually, he was working with my uncle a lot, but I kind of stole him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I kind of stole him away.
Pretty much, yeah. Actually, he stayed with me too, and we started working on the project then. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
A lot of history. But yeah, I mean, that was probably the first project we did, and funny thing about that is we ended up losing that song. It was probably one of the hottest songs that I've ever worked on.
Oh, it was terrible. It was all sad.
Hard drive
tears.
crash. Yeah.
How'd you guys? Are you serious? Wow.
I don't want to give up music for it.
Just before we had the knowledge of backing it up and all of that stuff.
So
Wow.
yeah, it's probably like 12 years ago.
Well, thank God for clouds and stuff like that now, right? Where you can just save it on the
Oh,
cloud.
I
I got
got
thinking about this.
3-4 hard drives that I back it up and never touch it again.
Oh, really?
I don't trust the cloud.
Yeah. Hey, well, as long as you have, you know, it's backed up on a couple of different hard drives, you know you'll be able to retrieve it at some point.
Oh yeah.
And then resave it again. That's awesome. And so, explain a little bit about like this project that you guys did here. So your single is Pipe Dreams, right?
Pipe Dreams, correct.
And then I feel like your other favorite one, and you can tell me what your favorite is, but it's the Chatham Experience. So why don't you tell me a little bit about like what Pipe Dreams is about, what inspired you to write that song and so forth.
I think when I wrote Pipe Dreams, it was kind of anthem for where I came from and some of the things that I experienced coming out. So, you know, to an extent, it was right along the lines with Chatham Experience.
Okay.
So Chatham Experience is more of an extension of Pipe Dreams. And for me, you know, a lot of people may have talent, you know, where they come from. However, they may not necessarily have the resources.
Right.
So circumstances are different, and their challenges of trying to survive day to day. Sometimes they compromise that or sacrifice that for any long-term dreams. So you take a kid that actually have those resources. It's more reasonable for him to have higher dreams than somebody who doesn't. So to them, what somebody else's dream, they take for granted. It's more of a pipe dream to them.
Okay. Or it just takes them longer to get there and achieve, what they want. And then what about the Chatham experience? What's that one about?
Chatham experience is more a walk through, my life coming up in Chatham.
Okay.
So it's my childhood experience coming up as in a single parent household, living conditions, and pretty much everything I had to go through from grade school to graduating high school. So I pretty much take the listener through that whole story.
Okay.
Coming up in Chatham. So I just wanted to give something back to Chatham all at the same time.
That's awesome.
Dedicate something to home. So I came up with that.
And so, J-Hot, out of this whole album, what's one out of all the music that you created? What's probably your favorite of that you were like, wow, I'm really inspired by this beat or this sound?
I already know what he's gonna say.
Let me see it.
You don't need to see it. I hear it all the time.
Probably.
See, you didn't even need to look at that.
Oh, you already
That's
knew.
what we always
Was that
say.
for the effect, the whole dramatic
Right.
effect?
You had to make it seem more convincing. He's an acting mode.
And so, so what is it about that song that inspires you the most, or that that you love most about that song?
How well the vocals gel with the music. I mean, all of the lyrics and the music gel well, but that one is more like a marriage. I don't even think I can make another beat to fit that song as well as that one. Like if
That
we
one
had to do
right there.
remixes, I'd probably just quit.
If the hard drive crashed,
Yeah.
that would be it.
Yeah.
Over with.
Done this time.
So out of where would you guys like to see yourselves? And I'd like for both of you to answer this, whether together, separately, whatever. But in the next, 2 to 5 years, we can start off with you, J Hot. In the next 2 years, obviously you probably do your music full time.
Mm-hmm.
This is your passion. You guys do what you love. You do what God created you to do, right? And so, where would you like to see yourselves in, say, 2 to 5 years from now?
2 to 5 years, I think I'll probably be more on the exec business side.
Okay.
Because I've been doing the music part for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to give younger producers and artists opportunity. That's all I want to do, because it's hard. Like the guys that's older up, on the top of the ladder, they don't give the younger guys, they recycle the same people,
Yeah.
So give any
So
new artists.
I want to, give new artists, new producers, new writers a chance, and I don't want them to go through what I went through. So 2 to 5 years, I guess, to sum it up, I want to be in a position to help.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. And then what about yourself?
I think it's interesting because I think the whole journey that I've had through the music is more of it's been more of an experience, or I feel like I've been in training through the whole process to put myself in a position to actually coach other people. So taking it from a music label standpoint. So that album was created on my label. But what I want to do is bring more artists in and kind of produce them.
So are you guys going to create something together to be able to give back to me? To me, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you guys are creating your own company, so that way you guys, because when you had said that to me earlier about when you were talking about you have a team, right? So you guys are already creating all that. You're just going to have it more solidified, I guess, in the next 2 years and bigger and making a larger impact.
Exactly.
Yeah. So to this point, I think it was more so, building the platform, understanding the process, so that when we do take somebody else through, we already know, what's needed in order to get them to that.
because you guys already have your team, you have the connections, you have the distribution, you have you obviously are able to pick up more corporate clients. And one of the things that you've done is, especially for a lot of inspiring artists and stuff like that, is that they don't just have to spit out music straight for the radio, but they can do a lot of commercialized stuff too. There's different ways that they can generate revenue and have various revenue streams, not just one specific one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So they want to do more film stuff as well. So, you know, create more revenue streams.
Yes.
So
yeah. That's what's up. And so if there was anything that you guys could change about any, and the answer could be nothing, but about like your process and stuff that you guys have gone through to get where you're at today, you know, what would that be?
Having somebody to give us all the money, funding us through the whole process, and not using our own money. Yeah.
If you would have done that, do you feel like you would have learned as much and you'd be as strong as you are today?
I don't think we would have. And I guess the other side of the coin is the way that we did it. We were actually able to put creative stuff out there and do what we wanted to do. So for the project, it was more like an open canvas. It was a blank canvas for us, and we painted it, you know, how we wanted to. And I guess once you get engaged with investors and stuff like that, then it becomes external pressures.
Yeah. Yeah.
But throughout this process, we was just as hard on ourselves as if it was like we were two different people. We was the A&Rs, the label, and the producers and artists. Like, we would get on ourselves to do. I would take tracks out the app. No, even if I done it, no, that don't go. Or I redo a track. Or even if another producer did a track, I'll say, okay, let me take it to the next level because it's not big enough for what he does. So let me make it all meet together.
Right.
So we didn't just do it, and because we had all the freedom, just did anything.
Right.
We can do that. You know,
Okay.
we was hard on each other, so.
Right, yeah. We sit down, collab doing it, and went through all the songs. I think we gave ourselves probably like 6 months to do a project.
Okay.
And then after that, I think we came out with maybe 26 songs. And then we went through that list, listened to them over and over again, and picked out the ones that, you know, made the project complete.
That's
and
awesome.
It probably would have been less than 6 months, but I was back and forth
To
in
Australia?
Australia. But once, you know, I had the time to just sit down and, you know, we got it done. Like, so, chemistry.
That's what's up. That's awesome. That's awesome. And what about yourself?
Myself,
Yeah.
I'm just thankful, man. Like, to be able to do this for a long time. You know, I see a lot of people give up or whatnot, and I just want to be an inspiration to all the young producers. The older producers, they pretty much got it, been through whatever. But only thing I would change is on the business part. I'm getting my business right now, and I'm starting to see the, you know, fruits or whatever. So I just wish early on. That's why I want to teach the younger producers and artists. Like, no, don't wait till later to handle your business. Handle it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. But I wouldn't be the producer and the person I am now if I hadn't went through it. But I just want to make it a little easier. I just care about the youth. That's it.
Yeah. That's what's up. So, like you guys have, so why don't you just go ahead and like spit out, like, you know what I'm saying, like a verse or two of, you know, one of your songs, and tell us which one you want to do.
I do Pipe Dreams.
Okay. So spit out a little bit of a verse on that. Is that what it was? Okay. That's funny, because I thought he knew how to do that before he met you.
Yeah, he did. I can't take it.
But you can help him sing. So let me ask you a question. So for artists, like, say, you know, Spears, like say someone like her, who is not at the level that Christina Aguilera is, right? But she's a great performer, right? In regards to her voice and stuff like that. So that melody piece, is that one of the things that helps like some artists who can semi-sing but have like this other type of star appeal sound better in music or even on stage?
Well, to answer that question, as a producer, what I do when I get those situations, I got a Christina Aguilera and then I got a Britney Spears. It's about the song.
Right.
You give them the song that's right for them, because you may have a better singer, but they may not have a better song. So you give them the song that's right for their voice, in their range. You don't try to make them go out of what they do.
Right.
And as long as it's a catchy hook, a nice melody, nice beat.
You gotta give credit to guys like that also that know how to produce.
Yeah.
I mean, because you can have some artists that, you know, are good, but if they're not with the right producer, then they don't know how to bring that sound out.
That's true. That's true. It's really about bringing that piece out of them. Yeah. And then artists like, I would say, Mariah Carey, who is amazing, and but her pitches have changed over the years. She's not that high pitched performer that she once was years ago. You know what I'm saying? So she's a little bit
I mean, as a producer, you
raspier now, I think.
Yeah, and as a producer, you have to know how to adjust for that.
Right.
So.
By working with different performers. So, what is your favorite type of music to produce?
Whatever my heart tells me to produce.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So what's all the different types of sounds that you produced?
I produced the Key Sweat single "Good Love" along with DOA Allen.
Okay.
That's like step in the Chicago type of. And I also got a single coming out on this artist in Australia. Her name is Armani Scott, but it's featuring Pharrell's artist Cap G. So that's more like a Atlanta dirty sound. So
okay.
you know, I just want to be a producer that can handle any job. I don't want to be known for just doing this. You know.
Right. Have you ever done country?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And obviously you've probably done some pop, because you said you like pop music, and reggae, soca. Okay, that's what's up.
All across the
Trying
board.
to throw some. What about any Spanish?
Yeah.
You've done that.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're actually working on Spanish girl food right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like merengue or salsa or something, or bachata or.
A little bit of that mixed with a little bit of J-Hot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what's up. You need that though. You need that. So, kind of like Pitbull. He does like the reggae, merengue or something like that, right? What's it called again? Reggaeton or something like that. Or?
He always switches.
I don't know.
Can't keep up.
People always tell me I should know more about it. I'm like, I don't really care.
Well, I can't keep up with Pitbull because he switched.
Does he?
You know, yeah.
Yeah, he's all before.
It's a good thing. Shout out Pitbull.
Shout out. Yeah, because he keeps you guessing and wondering like what's going to be next, and he probably like masters whatever he goes after. So I'm sure you wouldn't be where he's at if he didn't. So.
It's artists, you have to recreate yourself.
Exactly. And so, if there was any other sound or anything like that, so you would love to be able to sing, which he can help you with.
We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Next project.
There you go. You're going to be singing on your next
We're
album.
going to make it happen.
Is there anything else, like other type of sound or whatever, that you've always wanted to do or create?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I was telling earlier. We want to do some kind of like a jazz feel.
Okay.
Kind of mix that into it, and also African sound as well.
Okay.
Kind of mix that up. And being from Virginia, at some point, maybe get back to the go-go type of feel mix as well.
So do you ever collab with like singers, like female singers or male singers at all, or anything like that?
All the time. So I mean, I pretty much adapt to whatever they're doing. So R&B artists, pop artists, gospel artists,
Okay.
And the thing I enjoy about that is the fact that it kind of challenges me to do something different.
Okay.
And then even some of the stuff that we did, it's not stuff that I typically do, but I want to challenge myself to write something different.
Oh, nice.
So.
That's awesome. So tell us, is there any last thing that you guys would like to share? 1, and 2, please let our audience know where they can get some information about you. If you have a website, and hopefully your social media stuff is all connected through your website, let them know where they can find out more about you.
All my social media is J-Hot Scott or J-Hot 85.
Do you have a website at all, or?
Working on that now.
Okay.
New management, so we will build. Yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. But J-Hot Scott, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever.
Facebook J-Hot Scott, Instagram J-Hot 85.
Okay. All right.
My information is Messenger, website messenger.com.
And they can find all your
Messenger.
social media through there? Okay.
Correct. Messenger on Facebook, Messenger on Twitter, Instagram.
Tell them the correct spelling.
MEHSENJA.
That's it.
It'll also be on the Connecting Atlanta Radio's YouTube page. We'll have that linked on there as well. And probably back to, like, you have a Facebook fan page?
Working on a lot of management.
Oh, okay, you're
everything.
redoing all that. Okay,
but
that's what's up.
you still can reach me at a J Hot Scott.
J Hot Scott. J Hot Scott.
Mm-hmm.
J Hot Scott. Okay. Is there any last thing that you guys would like to share with the audience today? Like, where? Oh, are you going to be performing anywhere soon where they can come see you perform live?
We're working on some
I can't believe I
performances
forgot to
now,
ask that.
so
Okay.
I'll post it on my site once we get the dates and everything set up. But the album, you can find it on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify,
Okay.
pretty much all the digital distribution channels.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then what about yourself?
I just got a lot that's about to come out. It's gonna be a great year for me.
Is it?
Yeah, but just remember J Hot Scott. You know, you can see my name on a lot of credits. Drew Hill, Keith Sweat, Akon, Ray Lavender. But I got some surprises coming up that I can't really speak about. But just remember J Hot Scott.
J Hot Scott.
J Hot Scott.
Follow him on social media so you can find out about the surprises because he's not allowed to talk about it today. Because then it wouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah, I got a huge surprise, and you gonna call me like, oh my God, I'm so happy I missed. No, I'm just joking.
Like,
I'm just joking.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I know you.
I'm just joking. But yeah, I got a lot of Australian music coming out, so
Okay, that's what's
I've
up.
been one of the main producers in Australia, helping them build their artists up over there. So
Okay, all right. Okay, and you have something coming up on Monday?
Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
No? Okay, all right.
I have a birthday coming up on Monday.
Well, happy early birthday from Connecting Atlanta Radio and WorldStarHitRadio.com. And thank you so much for coming into the studio today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks
for
for
both of
having
you.
us.
And everyone, thank you for listening in today on Connecting Atlanta Radio, hosted on the #1 hit radio station, WorldStarHitRadio.com. Have an amazing evening.
The hottest music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk. Right here. WorldStarHitRadio.com.